Hey, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. How y'all doing? To welcome. How y'all doing? To the first installment of Evening with Me. What's up? Yeah, I'm doing all right in yourself. Yeah, see, what it is, what it is, yeah, hey, everything's good. Everything's good. Hey, Mariah, what's up? How you doing, kiddo? I'm glad to see you. Yeah. Like I said, not much is new. And so, yeah, even though not much is new, yeah, yeah, we'll bring my homie up here. You know, I was just saying, man, sometimes people do things that make you upset. Sometimes you just gotta rise above it, and just sometimes you gotta rise above it and just let it go. You know, that's what I'm doing. Rising above it, and letting it go. Because you know what? Keep always keep positivity in your heart, man. Always do that. Never let no. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can join up. Yeah, I just sent you the link. Yeah, you can come up. Always. Mariah, I'm glad you're chilling today. Yes, sir. You know I'm glad. Glad to see you're chilling today, not having to go through this mess. Yeah, always accentuate the positive, lady. Yeah, you chilling. Yeah, what you having for dinner? Yeah, I know how that is. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, yeah, I sent him the link in the chat in his private text. So yeah, and basically had a lot of fun. Yeah, oh you know it. It's always fun hanging out with Dee Dee. Did you get it this time? Yeah, so what's going on is yes, it's always something. Okay, here we go again. There you go. Yeah, it's always something. Yeah, I sent you the link in your text messages, and let's see.
What's up, everybody? Here I am. Ah,
I know how that is, brother. I
yeah,
know
man.
how. I know how that is. Yeah.
Oh man, I almost passed out
Yeah.
today from this nonsense.
No, Steve
Oh,
didn't win again. Sorry about that. Steve didn't win again, so I just put you in timeout. Steve didn't win again, so yeah. So, yeah, look at him. He's just trying to start something. I'm not letting him do it, see?
all we gonna do is ignore him at this point. We
That's
just
all
gonna
we
hide and remove.
that's all we gonna do. Stick and move. Yeah, it's just man. It's same as anything. But what's going on today?
Nothing, just chilling at this point. Just,
Yeah, I know how it is.
oh man,
Sorry. I just put him in timeout. It don't matter.
I gotta get to.
Yeah, these guys are always trying to come in here and clown the broadcast and do that stuff. Yeah, he needs to stop. He really does. Yeah, he just needs to stop, man. Seriously. Yeah. What? Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? He knows, and
I
and the
agree.
thing
This, but
and the thing is, right? Yeah, it is messed up. What happened today should never happen. But you know how people are.
yep.
And I
That
work
was
with,
all on David, man.
yeah, man.
One,
Somebody get rid of him.
Yeah, even though they don't like each other. Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
I've seen this individual before, so get me out of here too. I know who they are. So
Yeah, I know who they are too. Yeah. Yeah. We're not even going to entertain that thought. We're just going to keep our friend Mariah and talk to her a bit. Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah. Yeah, no. I'm not sure. It's like, yeah, it's like every time you turn around, somebody's always doing something.
that's a trick question, by the way, and we're not going to answer that question.
Yeah, we're not going to answer that question. Yes, it's always a trick question. Yeah, at this stage, why would I actually say something like that? What would possess me to do it? It's like, seems like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's like every time I turn around, it's always something happening. But I ain't worried about it, so, yeah. Yeah. Does Mariah have a Facebook?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. I'm just saying, people are idiots. Who is this person?
I don't know that person.
What's up?
I wonder what.
I know, man, I know.
I. Who is this individual? They got some. Oh, they talked about tiger claws.
Yep.
They don't like
Poor,
tiger claws, I think.
yeah, poor guy.
Oh, they went at the tiger claws 7 months ago.
Yep. I reckon they're problem. Yeah, but so what's going on?
Nothing really. I'm just chilling though. I was planning on to go live, but then I saw your live. I'm like, you know, what, I'm gonna join him for a
Yeah,
bit.
I'll turn on to it. And it's like, dude, um, what you, yeah, what, man, let me tell you.
Dee Dee is the best person in the world. Thank you. Appreciate it. But
Bring me chat.
oh, my bad, my bad. I accidentally pressed the button. Damn it. There you go.
Oh, motherfucker. Hey, no, that's okay. Okay, second chat.
I said, ew, EDT is nasty.
No, look, look at it in the chat there.
I saw. You said your left leg hurts. Oh, man. Damn. Is your left leg gonna be okay? Baby, you gonna be okay? Yes. Damn. Oh my gosh. I know that gotta hurt.
Plain brave hawk in midnight. In will take plain brave hawk.
That made you mad as hell, though. I could tell. Yeah. That said DDS Jesus. Are you serious right now? Are you literally serious right now? Are you really serious right now? Are you really serious right now? You literally had to put a love story between Jesus and myself. Are you freaking weird like that, bro? That is weird. Is is that? I mean, I do, but like, Give me a minute.
No, then fucking make go back.
So what's going on? Going on, folks? Yeah, how are you? Crazy. Hey, man, anytime. Yeah, anytime. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man, crazy. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was upset. What's up, guys? I'm not watching anything right now. No, I'm not. Yeah, I see nobody came back in my stream, huh? Dang, no job. Hello?